So I guess what I was really wanting to bring you up here about is just this gives you a different view, kind of a neat view, and it puts it into perspective a little bit. You know, when it first went up and I first started looking at it, you know, I went through the 9 different permitting meetings, 4 hours long each one, and I was there for every single moment of it. And our town planning board did a very thorough job, to their credit. I think when you're going through a project and you see models and everything, for me personally, to give you my own personal opinion, and you can take it for what it's worth, when I first, I thought, oh wow, this thing's going to be huge, it's going to be huge. And then when it was actually put up, and I looked at it, I said, yeah, it's big, but it's not, to me, I thought, wow, it's appropriate. It kind of, to me, I thought, wow, it does fit into the overall mountains. It wasn't overwhelming. I mean, it's there, and when you get up close to it, it's big. When you're standing underneath it, it looks big. But I thought, you know, wow, it's appropriate.
Yeah,
and that's what
It's fairly slender too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sexy too. Because if you look at it, the nacelle itself, seriously, if you go up and look at it, the back of the nacelle on the 56, I think, is really nice looking compared to the boxy ones. So it has a little bit of
a curve to it.
Yeah, got some shape.
That's going on YouTube, you know that, right?
the very edge of it. Now, we didn't get any tornadic activity, but we got a really severe thunderstorm that came through.
Some nasty wind,
and
really nasty wind.
The lightning hit the turbine.
Wow.
Oh.
And it actually fried a component.
The generator blew out.
No, it's a very small little computer component. Now the turbine is really, really well grounded. It really is a great.
That's a lightning
there was
rod.
a whole system. Yeah, it is a lightning rod. But for some reason, there was a small component that was affected, and the turbine was down for 3 or 4 days. But they ended up shipping a part from Germany, and they responded right away.
Do you have a maintenance agreement with the manufacturer?
We do. I think it's a 2-year with the manufacturer, and then I think we've also purchased the longer one.
How much time does it take you to run the thing? Or your staff? Do you need any people to really monitor what's going on here?
We can. We have a computer in the base lodge where we can have access to it, but it's all done from Hamburg, in Hamburg, Germany, via the internet. It goes into the computer system in Hamburg, and they take care of everything.
Everything's just automatically controlled.
Yep. And if there's ever an issue, we get an email or a call, and you know, the turbine really does take care of itself. It has a data collection system on the top, so it's always getting the wind speed and the wind direction. You know, it generally will it will stop if the winds are gusting over 30, generally for us. Or it will. The machine is always trying to protect itself. It's always trying to maximize its performance, but also minimize the risk and stress to the machine. And it does that through feathering its blades and turning itself into the wind. The nacelle can turn 1,000 degrees on the tower before it has to reset itself, so it will follow the wind. And we'll probably see that today when we're up there. It may shut itself down for a second, and you'll hear it go, it makes about as loud as that, and moves into the wind, and then starts back up.
We're looking at winds that are, what velocity do you think?
I would say 8 to 10, and it'll be different there. You know, we have to realize that at that location, we're still lower than the base location, and at that location, the nacelle is 171 feet above the ground there. So the winds at the actual turbine, at the rotor, may be a lot higher than what we're experiencing.
And there's
here.
instrumentation to tell us what that velocity is?
There is. It's just that I may not have a connection to that information. I have the key. We can go inside the turbine, but I'm not sure if it will give us that information right on the platform.
Okay.
But first couple of weeks and months, Germany came out, PowerWind came out on a routine visit almost. I think it was the first month. They came out every month for the first 3 months, and then it was 6 months. Then it was then they come every 3 months. 3 miles away.